Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. In the previous episode we got our snag machine after having a duel with Gonzap. And after, well, that happened. We decided now we need to go back to the Cipher Lair and take on these punks. That means Zook. I'm coming for you, you jerkwad.
Quit scurrying around, you're getting on my nerves. Don't think you're hot stuff just because you beat me once by a flea.
Yeah. So essentially, we gotta fight Zook again. This battle is essentially the same as last time, so I'm just gonna be abridging it and show you guys me capturing the Shadow Zangoose.
Whoa! What I'll do? Gorgon's gonna chew me out again.
Yeah, and Zangoose joined our party. Pretty nice, but in that battle, something amazing happened. Kirlia is now level 30, and you know what that means, guys. The final evolution of this Pokemon we got a very long time ago, actually, is finally gonna evolve into... Wait for it. Gotta keep waiting for it. It's kind of a long evolution thing. Yes! Our Kirlia evolved into Gardevoir, the very cool and very fast Psychic type that I'm actually looking forward to having on my team. It's personally one of my favorite Psychic types in the 3rd generation.
The punk trumped me, and Gorgon will be furious with me again. I should go away, somewhere far away where Cipher won't have any influence. So long, punk. I've had enough battling you to last a lifetime.
Yeah. Sore loser. But now that's been taken care of, we need to check the Mirror Bee monitor. You guys remember, there was also another Shadow Pokemon that we couldn't get in the previous episodes. Yeah. Mirror Bee's in Pyrite Town, so what do you say we match up against him again? And, Togepi apparently is ready to be purified. That's cool, but more importantly, we need to enter the Pirate Coliseum yet again. However, before we actually enter the Coliseum for the 2nd time, I'd like to make mention of a couple things. First off, Mirror Bee's team is unchanged. Just because he has different Shadow Pokemon does not mean his other Pokemon will be different. So, like with Zook, this will be an abridged Pokemon capturing. And another thing, we got a Pokemon pretty high level up too that's very close to evolving. We've been raising Sabaku a very long time now, and I'm going to use a rare candy to elevate it to level 35. Wow, look at that tag stat's kind of crazy, but speed could be a little bit better. Well, maybe its new evolution will change some of that, yes. Raising a Trapinch is not an easy feat. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and sometimes the payoff isn't all that great. Well, for most Pokemon. However, this Pokemon is slightly different. Oh man. Yes, our Trapinch is now a Vibrava. Really awesome. I love this Pokemon so much. And hey, wants to learn Dragon Breath. Already learning some Dragon moves straight off the bat. Let's get rid of Sand Tomb. Not too big a fan of that attack. And yeah, for the time being though, she really doesn't have any physical attacking moves, which is really a pain. Crunch and Dragon Breath were both special, so that's kind of a pain. And I think I actually need to heal up really quick. Actually, no, I already healed up. Okay. So what do we need to do? We need to go fight Mirror Bee. So let me do that real quick, and then I'll meet you after, well, I've done that. And then we'll continue on storming Cipher Lair. And alright, after we've won a 2nd time, we can now put that Shadow Nose Pass in the Purification machine. After we get our prize money, which I honestly don't care about. And hey, we got TM 12? Cool. Thanks. Anyways, let's put this new Pokemon into the Purification Chamber. So let's see. What else did I do with the Purification Chamber? This set is pretty much the same. This one's the same. I did find out, though, if you put all normal types together, it will make a perfect tempo. So, yeah, that's why they give you normal types, I guess. So let's actually look at the Pokemon that we need to purify. Just Nosepass for the time being. Oh, we actually have Zangoose too. So let's actually put Nosepass in there. And then we'll put Zangoose right in here. And guys, oh my gosh, we're going to have a lot of battles in this episode, man.
It's going to be crazy.
Alright, so those guys will be purified while we're running around and stuff. And oh, there's a Pokemon ready to open its heart. Oh, that must be Togepi. I'm going to save that for a little bit later. Although, now that we have, well, our Gardevoir fully evolved, we're actually going to go nickname the 2 remaining members of my team that have not had nicknames for almost the whole Let's Play, and I'm sorry about that. So let's go back to Agate Village and do that right now. And alright, back inside the daycare center, you can actually see this lady and be like, oh, you're that boy from Fennec, thank you so much. The daycare center is now open. There are no breeding in this game, but you can purify shadow Pokemon like that. So if you're out of sets, that can actually be pretty helpful. Hello, I'm the name right now. So you guys actually gave me some fantastic nicknames. And wow, I really appreciate it, guys. One of which is actually a reference to Pokemon Coliseum, or at least my Let's Play of it. We're going to name Spheal, which is our ice attacker for the most part. It is a water type too. But you know, and gosh, I gotta make sure I spell this right, because it is not an English word, but you can probably assume what it's gonna be. And where on earth is the H-I-E-M? Niflheim. I think I'm saying that correctly. It is basically Norse mythology, where there's a lot of ice things going on. It was really cool. In Pokemon Coliseum, Quagsire was named Ragnarok, which is also something in Norse mythology. And I thought they two just kind of mixed, since those were our 2 water Pokemon in that game. But the other one is going to be for Gardevoir, which I'm trying to train myself to say correctly. So, this is basically a pretty weeb nickname, but I just saw this in the comments. I'm like, that fits so perfectly. If you've never seen, actually, no, we should put some periods in it. I think that'd be cool. And let's come down here. Does that look good? Does that look good or not? I can't tell. Yeah, I kind of like with the 2 C's. Either way, this is C2 from the Animu Code Geass, a show I really liked back in middle school. Actually, no, I think it was high school. It was really great. Essentially, there's a character in that game that sort of has, actually not game, show, who has psychic abilities and also has green hair. I thought it was a really great suggestion, so thanks to both of you who suggested those nicknames. I highly appreciate it, and yeah, I really like them a lot. But now that is taken care of, we need to go back to the key Cipher Lair. And, well, liberate all those shadow Pokemon, because there's a lot! Because that's their lair! Duh. So let's get right to it. And, okay, we can finally get this episode started and raid the key Cipher Lab Lair of evilness. But unfortunately, the guards come running out. Quite awkwardly, by the way. Don't know what that animation was all on. Hey, this is no place for a kid like you! No, can't let you in. Nope, you gotta run along now. Great. Let's actually try to talk to him again. There's no place for a kid like you. Hey, wait a minute. That weird machine on your left arm. It looks sort of like that kid on TV, but maybe not. Hey, kid, were you ever on TV? Yeah, it was actually. What? The kid taking on Cipher? Is that you? Well, what an opportunity. I'll knock you out and earn myself a promotion to admin. Hold it there. Huh? Apparently someone's coming to our rescue, even though I could take both these guys on the... It's Gonzap. He actually lived up to his promise. That kid's special. He's not anyone you lot can beat. If you know what's best, let him through without a fuss. What? Don't make me laugh. Hey kid, let us handle things here. I wouldn't pay to make a racket. All I'd do is alert the guys inside the building. Hey, walking. Yo. Hey, you guys are from Team Snag'em. What do you think you're doing here? Gloom, hit him with a sleep powder. Whoa! Jumps in the air and Gloom opens his eyes all wide and, well, I assume the guys are knocked out. Good job, walking. Glad to see you of service. Now's your chance. Hurry. We can wreck Cipher right now. Alright, thanks for this Gonzap and walking or waking. I don't really know. I think it's waking. He's gonna crash or wake from Diamond and Pearl. Anyways, the Cipher Key Lab is gigantic. This place has 17 unique trainer battles for us to go up against. Yeah, this ain't gonna be fun. It's not, but I'm gonna be showing, most of these are shadow Pokemon encounters, so I actually will be showing a fair bit of them, but some of the more boring ones I will be abridging. Sorry if I'm abridging things a little too much. I'm just trying to keep it a little bit interesting. I know this game doesn't have the best pacing in the world, so I'm just trying to, you know, keep the viewers' attention. If we come down here, we're going to get into our first battle. What a nasty boy. It's so rude to come in uninvited. I'll punish you in your place of your mother. Wow, that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard a Pokemon character say. Anywho, Absol, who is dangerously close to being Absol, is going to toss out some pretty mediocre Pokemon. Here's the thing about Cipher Lair. It's like everyone has a ton of Pokemon, but none of them are particularly strong. They're just annoying. I don't really know. And wow, we traced Plusle's Plus. Ain't that great? So here's the deal about Sabaku, guys. Really does not have the best abilities right now. The best stab attack we got is Dragon Breath, and I'll just see how much damage that does. But later on in this area, we will be getting a TM that is going to be so helpful to Sabaku, it's not even funny. And then she'll begin to be a complete monster. At the moment, not really doing a lot of damage. I know you guys have been kind of bummed out by the fact that I've been showing her off a lot. It's basically just the fact she's not very strong. And alright, Gardevoir is actually being pretty helpful now. Now it has Twisted Spoon and that Psychic attack. Man, oh man, it's doing a ton of damage. It's going to toss out Xatu now. Xatu, everybody. I need to start calling her C2. I like that name a lot. I just like the character. I'm sorry, I'm a dork. I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, this anime is so amazing and Pokemon is looking... I just like the character. I don't think I have to defend myself any further than that. My friend, I told my friend I was making it, and it's like, dude, that's so weeb. It's kind of a running joke with us. Anyways, the Crunch attack is actually going to do a decent amount to Xatu. But here's the thing. C2 basically, without Psychic, is not very helpful. Calm Mind is decent, and Sing is okay too. But honestly, that Shockwave just isn't cutting it anymore. So I was like, I'm thinking of teaching it Thunderbolt, but I'm also thinking of teaching it to Jolteon. And I really don't know which is the better option. It'd be a little bit silly for Jolteon to still have Thundershock this far into the game. But at the same time, does C2 really need that attack? I don't really know. I guess we'll find out. Actually, what would be the best course of action here? Should I use Shockwave? I'm going to see how much the Shockwave does to Volbeat. I mean, it's a decent stab attack. If we're going against, like, I don't know, a Gyarados or something, it'd be pretty helpful. But I feel like Thunderbolt would just give it better coverage and be able to one-hit KO things a little bit better when I run out of PP on Psychic. I guess we'll let this attack be the determining factor. Oh, wow, that wasn't even super effective. Never mind, I'm an idiot, because it is also a bug type. And oh no, going for Attract. It's just wagging its butt around like, hey, what's good? Girl, you like my Volbeat butt? It's like, yeah! Because, you know, Vibrava rolls that way, I guess. I mean, Vibrava kind of looks like a bug. Don't really know what egg type it is, but hey, who am I to question their love? Gosh, every time I look at CC like that, it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have this, fast food. It's not really a fast food chain, it's just kind of like a pizza diner. It's called CC's Pizza. And every time I see C2 spelled like that, it reminds me of that place. And it's kind of funny because that character enjoys pizza as well, which is kind of her joke thing. Anyways, really boring battle aside, let's look over here. No items. Okay. Gosh, this place is so big, but it's actually pretty well designed. I'll give you that. Because there's a lot of scenarios, and yes, you gotta push more Pokefood, where it's like, alright, I could either get an item or something else, or, you know, move in the level, but it's not a big deal. We got a full restore in there, which will probably be very handy in this area. So there's a lot of status elements running around. And this area is actually pretty optional. Don't really recommend it. Let's get an elixir, and okay, sweet. So now let me think. I believe if we push this box all the way, it still won't let us get access to anything. Yeah, so I don't even know why I did that since I remembered that. So that's basically all we can do on this side. Man, I'm efficient, huh? So now we gotta go on the right side. Now this is, we're gonna be celebrating some of the battles, because they're kind of lengthy. Actually, no, there's stairs we can go down here. So let's see that really briefly. A very valuable TM, and hey, 2 revives. Not bad, very helpful item indeed, because Pokemon are probably getting knocked out in this area of the game, because the Shadow Pokemon get crazy. And alright, who do we want here? We want a Fire-type Pokemon. And yeah, I brought up the, basically, every Pokemon trainer's Pokemon in this area, so I could be ahead of the front. And that ruckus upstairs, you're the cause. Yes, I was. Keep quiet on the shop floor. And yeah, I was completely wrong. That trainer had nothing but water Pokemon, so probably don't want to send out your fire types. Yeah. Anyways, here is TM24. This is Thunderbolt, which I've been leaning back and forth, but yes, I do think we should actually give this to, where does he? Benny. Because Benny, honestly, sometimes Thunder is just not enough. We need to get that 100% hit rate. So, yeah, I'll be teaching it there. I could potentially just go on Emerald and transfer over. Actually, no, I don't think I could do that. Could I? I don't really know. But yes, there are better moves that Gardevoir could learn, so I don't really know about that, what we're going to do about that. But yeah, a very helpful TM to pick up if you never did get Thunder, so I recommend getting it. Now on to the right side with another really obnoxious trainer. But you're just a kid. Well, I mean, come on, I've been like 20 of you guys. No matter my age, my Pokemon still do a ton of damage. Anyways, so let's think. We're going to put Benny in place of Pascal for this next encounter. And I think I'm so biting my words, but I think I'm going to use an Ether. Not really Max Ether. Do I have any other ones? I know I picked up more. Okay, there they are. Goodness, I was like, what? I know I have more of these. Anyways, we're going to give some PP back to Psychic, because, well, it's pretty much C2's only attack right now, so we kind of need that. And I believe up here is going to be our first Shadow Pokemon trainer for this area. Wasn't anybody keeping watch at the entrance? Well, they were, but then Gonzap kind of helped us out. Huma is the next trainer that we're going to have to go against. He's going to start with a Survivor and a Murkrow. Very sinister Pokemon, if you ask me. And we're going to have to take them down. Luckily, Benny and CC are going to be very helpful in doing that. Now, this is the first... Shed Skin. Gosh, that's a very awkward move to inherit. This is the first trainer with more than one Shadow Pokemon on their team. Why they did that, I don't necessarily know. It honestly kind of annoys me, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's kind of cool, I guess. So basically, if you lose this battle, you gotta get 2 Shadow Pokemon. Kind of a pain, but these ones, thankfully, are sort of weak. And unfortunately, we have to see this animation twice. It's kind of getting annoying. I don't know, we could have just waited for both of them to appear on screen, but...
Hey, what do I know, right?
Actually... no, that wouldn't make sense either. So, I guess it is kind of nitpicky. We're gonna take this Viper down in one hit, and wow, we're actually we're getting really high in the levels. Goodness, I think this game's. I don't want to spoil anything, but I get the feeling this game's almost to its conclusion. Because if you remember, I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, don't think this game will last much longer. Is all I gotta say. And what I understand, the post game really isn't as prevalent in this game actually. So that's kind of a bummer. Let's go ahead and Shockwave that Paris, though. I know it's not going to be very effective. In fact, it'll probably do like next to no damage. But the fact remains that my Pokemon are actually super stinking strong for this level. So I kind of don't want to knock them out. Okay, that's a decent amount to do. So next turn, okay, great. The Growlithe was paralyzed. Perfect. Perfect. Please don't knock us out. Okay, good. C2 luckily has pretty good defenses now. She's fully evolved, and alright. Let's think. I'm gonna kick the Growlithe. I do not imagine that'll knock it out, and then go for Sing. Sing should not... it probably won't hit. If it does, though. And gosh, okay. I wanted to do a decent amount of damage, but I didn't want my damage to be non-existent for crying out loud. These Sing will connect, so now we can work on actually getting these Pokemon, which is good. Alright, he's fast asleep, and will Growlithe get to attack this turn? Yes, he will, but he's going to go for Shadow Wave. The lesser of two evils, I suppose. It's going to do mediocre damage to Benny. And Gardevoir is actually going to... gosh, I got to start calling her by the nickname! Oh my gosh, okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to do that. No. Okay. So I think with an Ultra Ball... I mean, that's a Paris for crying out loud. If I can't catch it, I don't know, man. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go for a Shockwave on Growlithe. Assuming it doesn't crit, we should be okay. I really don't want it to crit, because I've had moves crit before. It's very annoying. So hopefully, okay, it's asleep. Chances are looking good. We can snag this one. So 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 Shake-Arunos. Nice. We got the Paris, which is, you know, we did like 10 damage to it, so it's kind of whatever. Let's go Shockwave time. gonna do a ton of damage. Okay, perfect. Right in the middle. Milk in the middle. That was a show I watched all the time. Shadow Blitz, though. Goodbye. Oh, no, we actually tanked it nicely. Sick. So now, assuming that the paralysis is enough, this Ultra Ball should also snag this Growlithe, which will be nice. And I think I'm just gonna call C2 for the time being. So let's think. I'm having a hard time remembering exactly how many Shadow Pokemon are in here, but I want to get at least half of them in this episode. If I can do that, I'll be very happy, just because I'm being kind of efficient. And alright, we did in fact snag Growlithe, which is really good. Sweet. So far my team is really shaping up. I mean, they all have like decent attacks, and I've get stronger Shadow Pokemon. Okay, and yeah. Pairs join our team, and Growlithe's in the PC now, so cool. So let me think. I believe right up here is going to be the... Yeah, okay, good. The health recovery station. Oh. Nice. So that's cool. And now we can get our Pokemon healed all the time. This is the only one in the building, so make sure you remember where this is. And I believe if we go south of here and down these stairs... actually, I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, that won't work. Crud. Oh, well. We can at least get into another battle. Okay, I think this one might be a Shadow Trainer. Something telling me, yes, it is. This is Gorog. Like Garage, except completely different. It's going to talk about Shelter and Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn's a problem because he has Lightning Rod. Yeah. I like that. I like that. So what are we going to do? Well, essentially, we're probably going to have to switch in to... no, we can actually probably take it down. And yes, that is a Shelter. This guy only has one Shadow Pokemon. I don't know why they're not keeping... I inherited Lightning Rod too. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't think Benny's going to be able to do too much here. So let's actually go into Niflheim. And then I think I'm just going to knock out the Rhyhorn with a Psychic Attack. And then we can put the Shelter to sleep the next turn. So that'll be good. Niflheim, pretty close to evolving. I wish it would evolve sooner though, because when it finally gets its third evolution, man, that Pokemon is actually pretty formidable. If you're not playing like Wi-Fi and stuff. Like, come on, Wi-Fi is a completely different environment, man. You gotta be like min-max, you know. And Swalot, what's up? How's it going? Shoulder just looks... Okay, people complain about Pokemon designs all the time, but look at Shelter. It's literally a shell and a tongue. Come on, man. I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking too much. You know what, we're just gonna go for the Body Slam, and I think actually I'm just gonna take out the rest of the team. I'm not really too afraid of a Shelter for all things considered. I mean, it's not even a Cloyster. What's it honestly gonna do to my team? Watch it like sweep or just set up or something. I don't really know what moves they're gonna have to set up, considering, you know, Nasty Plot wasn't a thing, Shell Smash wasn't a thing. There's actually not a lot of things if you think about it. Golbat is going to be the next Pokemon sent out, which we can also take down with a Psychic Attack if we don't get knocked out by the stinking Shelter. Goodness. Holy dump. When's the last time I said that? I don't actually know. Body Slam's coming out. Not going to do terribly well damage. It's a Shelter. It has high defenses, but I'm basically just fishing for... Actually, no. Let's do this. We're going to knock that out with that, and then we're going to put that to sleep. I think that's a decent move to make. Alright, the Sing will connect. So that's good. We still don't have Hypnosis yet. I think you can only get Hypnosis at extremely high levels on Gardevoir. Oh, no, please. No. Okay, good. We lived. Nice. C2 is getting really stinking low there, but I think we'll be fine. And the Shelter is still asleep. So let's knock out this Golbat now with our Ice Beam attack. With the Never Melt Ice, the Stab, and everything. Oh. Come on, Niflheim! Gosh dang it, man. My luck, my lovely lady luck is not doing so hot today. Let's actually just try and go for the snag on the Shelter. I got 15 Ultra Balls and a couple Timer Balls in case we run into something we can't necessarily beat. So yeah, that should work. I'm just gonna go for Shockwave, and yeah, hopefully we can get this thing. That will be the 4th Shadow Pokemon, no, 6th Shadow Pokemon in this episode alone. That's kind of crazy. It's like later in the game, you just catch massive amounts, and yeah, we already got it. Nice. That is the power of sleep, man. This really helps in capturing. I mean, it's only level 30, though, but still. Sharpedo is going to be this guy's final Pokemon that we got to knock out, unfortunately. Luckily, we can kind of tag team it. C2 probably can't do much to it since Psychic is its strongest attack, and this is a Dark type, as I've already mentioned plenty of times, I'm sure. So, we may go into Benny. I don't know if that's 100% necessary, though. I could just try an Ice Beam and see what happens. Let's actually go in. No, I don't want to go in a Sabaku. We'll just send out Benny, just so we can just hurry it up, I guess. And gosh, there's a room where there's a couple of items, and I really want to get it. And there's also a trainer battle, but there are rare candies in there, so I definitely want to... Thief? Come on. Actually, that did a fair bit of damage. Not bad, man. Actually doing pretty using damage. You know how to raise your Sharpedo, even though it doesn't have the best attacking. Actually, special attacking stat. Ice Beam won't do a lot to it, because, well, it's obviously resisted. So let's get the Thunderbolt in there. Luckily, we can outspeed and finish this thing off. So see, oh my gosh, we're getting so many Shadow Pokemon, guys. I don't even know what to do, man. It's crazy. Gosh. And hey, Niflheim's gonna evolve in this episode. Nice! I totally spoiled that, but I'm sorry. I'm excited. We're not gonna look at Spheal anymore. It's gonna evolve and be glorious. Glorious. And what, just brute force? No, I actually playing my team a lot, actually. Wasn't brute force at all, but hey, whatever. Actually, it sort of was. And Niflheim, now that's new nickname, is finally gonna evolve. This one's been a long time coming, but I did spread my EXP out a little bit to some of my quicker Pokemon, so now we're finally getting to this guy. Well, look at those whiskers, man. Those two-dimensional whiskers. Seriously, just like a piece of paper on its face. Well, then again, that's kind of what hair is, anyways. We have a Celio, which is pretty cool. It's going to get a lot better stats now, so that's really great. And I'm going to check what's inside of this chest really quickly. Got a PP up, not bad. And oh, now I remember how you get to that room. I believe we're going to have to push that box a little bit. Do we? I don't actually remember. I'll figure that out maybe in between episodes. Let's heal up really quickly, though, and see if we can't take on maybe one or two more trainers. Next trainer we're going to battle is kind of annoying, actually, so I kind of don't want to go up against them. We're going to put, actually, Pascal and Benny up again. Guys, they're just such a good combo, man. I know they are weak to, like, earthquakes 100%, and if that ever happens, they're kind of screwed in. I did not want to push this box at all. Stop pushing the box. I didn't even hit that twice. Goodness. Alright, let's go up the stairs and stop worrying about the box. And oh boy, this room. This stinking room, man. This stinking room. Essentially, it's another block pushing puzzle straight out of Zelda. Just kidding. Zelda ones are usually a little more dynamic. But essentially, we have to push these two boxes till they're on two switches. It's not really that difficult. You just kind of have to know the layout of the room. First one we're going to open up is the moon door. Is that a reference to one of the Cipher admins in Coliseum? No, probably not. It's just a goddamn moon. Don't look too much into everything. Got a max survive in that chest, though. That's definitely very helpful in case we have some very tough battles coming up ahead, which I think we actually will. Oh, there's actually an item back here. Hey, 3 full heals. Wow, that's actually really great. Definitely nice to pick that up. Let's push this crate, though, and it's like... if I ever become an evil villain, I'm definitely going to have some block puzzles in my lair. That's just how I'm gonna roll, man. If you don't have a box puzzles in your lair, you're doing it wrong, man. That's all I gotta say to you. Anyways, so that box is gonna open this way, and I think this will be our last trainer here. You gotta be good to get this far. Well, I am. I mean, I've beaten almost every other peon so far, so I think I'm pretty strong. And alright, Locke is gonna toss out a Beedrill and a Furret. Now, the thing about this Beedrill is, yes, it is another Shadow Pokemon. Yeah, we've actually gotten a fair bit of these, and wow, we actually did a lot of progress in this episode. Not gonna lie, we have a lot of Shadow Pokemon to purify, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, Shadow Beedrill. Oh gosh. I'd actually kind of like to have one of those if it wasn't so late into the game. First thing we're going to do is, just so we cannot be super fast, is we're going to paralyze it, and then we're just going to knock out this Furret. I'm actually going to go for Fire Blast. If it misses, it misses. It's no big deal. Cutting down the speed on the Beedrill will be important. I don't want to do any poison-type shenanigans. And now, wow, level 30 plus. This thing is... it's getting kind of scary how high-level Pokemon are catching up to us. But hey, we will persevere because we have same type of attack bonus and critical hits. Yeah! Alright. So the Furret goes down. This guy's team is honestly not that menacing. And yeah, it's whatever. Next again, 10 outside a Togetic, which I don't really care for. Alright, Beedrill got paralyzed. Actually, I really liked Togetic. I just never liked how weak it was. We're going to go for the Bite on the Beedrill. I believe that will be resisted since it is a bug type. Not too sure. Wow, 2 crits in a row. Goodness. I'm getting kind of lucky, it seems, in this episode. We're already on to this guy's next Shadow Pokemon, believe it or not. And Benny caught up to level 33. Is he in the lead now? No, Sabaku's definitely still in the lead with 35. But hey, we'll all be on her level soon enough. Okay. So, this guy's second Pokemon is the most random Shadow Pokemon they could ever make. It's just a Pidgeotto. Level 30 plus. Why? I just don't get it. It's like this late in the game. It's like, usually you want Pidgeotto pretty early on, but the game's just like, nope, we're going to give you him now. And you're going to like it. Shadow Hold coming through. Wasn't really planning on fleeing, but hey. Good for you, man. Good for you. Let's see. We want to do, I guess, another Thunder Wave on the Pidgeotto. Then we're going to bite Beedrill again. Hopefully no Critterinos. I'm sure people are going to hate that I say that. It's like a Twitch thing, you know? I'm talking about Twitch TV, obviously. I'm sure you guys watch streams all the time, but I don't know. Oh, okay, I was about to be very upset with you, Pascal, if that knocked it out. Good lord, man. Good lord. Pascal's just like, I hate Shadow Pokemon. I'll destroy them all. Which you can't blame you, man, but we kind of got to purify them. So both Pokemon are paralyzed now. Let's go for the snag on the Beedrill. Beedrills are pretty easy to catch if memory serves me right. And we're slowly going to whittle down the enemy Pidgeotto. So, yeah. Ultra Ball coming through. Chances are, yeah, we should be fine here. I don't know if I have enough Ultra Balls, though. We still got a lot of Shadow Pokemon to go, man. But luckily, we're getting pretty decent first snags. I can't think of it. Like, goodness. I don't think there was one time where a Pokemon got... No, there's been a couple times. I think, like, Vulpix, like, broke out of it because I really didn't weaken it enough. And wow, that did a lot of damage. Did not expect that. Wow! It's not a big deal, dude. So let's just go ahead and toss out the Ultra Ball. And just play it safe. And just get this guy's second Shadow Pokemon. And that's like... Let me count. Mirror B, Zook. Gosh, I think that was 8 Shadow Pokemon in one episode if we actually catch this one. Goodness, dude, that's crazy. Oh, man. Gosh, this has been a pretty productive episode, huh? We defeated Locke from Lost. No, not really. And knocked aside as if I were a pylon? What? That is a very odd reference, man. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. We did a gigantic chunk of the Cipher Lair, and in the next episode we're going to get the remaining Shadow Pokemon. So see you guys then.